Hey guys, it's day 12 of 100 days of DSA challenge, and today we are back with another question. And this is it says medium level question, but I think it's pretty easy. So let's do this question. And I could only solve one question today because I was busy in doing other things. Although I did try to attempt another question, but I could not solve it, which was this one. So I'll try to solve it tomorrow and post the answer. But for now, let's settle with this question. It's a pretty small problem statement. What does it say? Interleave the first half of the queue with the second half. And you are given a queue of n integers of even length. Notice that the length is even. And we have to rearrange the elements by interleaving the first half of the queue with the second half of the queue. Well, here they do not explain what interleaving means. That's why I like lead code more, because there it would be properly explained, and the test cases here are pretty small too to understand this. So let me take an example to understand it. So basically we have to interleave the first half of the queue with the second half of the queue. Now what does it mean? Let's say that this is an array, okay? Let's say this is an array and we have to interleave the first half of, okay, this is a queue. So we have to interleave the first half with the second half. So what do we do? First we divide it into two parts, all right? So this queue was of length 6. We divided into two queues of length 3 and 3. Okay, and now what interleaving means is that we have to let's say that there's an array that we have to return of size 6. In that array, it should be that first this element should be put in here. Okay, so this is the first element of the first queue, and then we have to put the first element of the second queue in here, right? And then we do this again and again. I hope you get the pattern. Then 5 will be added here, and then 3 will be added here, and then 6 will be added here. So that is what we have to return. All right, now let's see that is this correct for the test case that is being provided to us. So the test case is 2 4 3 1. So if it was 2 4 3 1, then we have to divide into 2. We first write 2 here in the answer, then we write 3 in the answer, then we write 4 in the answer, then we write 1 in the answer, which gives us 2 3 4 1. And that is exactly what the output is. So let's understand it. Well, the reason I said that this is not a medium level question for me is because in the explanation you could clearly see the answer, right? So it's nothing difficult. So you basically take a queue. Okay, let me just clear this up. Okay, so basically in my solution what I've done is, this is our original queue which is given, okay, and now I have taken another queue, q1, and what I'm doing is I'm basically just pushing the first element, like the queue's front into q1, then I'm popping it, then I'm pushing again queue's front into q1, and then popping it, and I'll do it until I reach the length by 2. Okay, so queue's length by 2, that is 2. So I have reached it, so I'll stop. So now I have two queues, 2 4 and 3 1. Now notice that the first half of queue, the original queue, has gone into this half, into q1. Okay, so now let's take an answer. So it is mentioned that we have to return the modified queue after a rearrangement as vector or array list. So let's just take a vector. Let's say our vector is answer vector, and the answer vector will contain the final queue. All right, so what do we have to do now? It was 2 4 3 1. So basically the first element should be added first, and where is the first element? It's in q1. So basically q1's first element will be added here, then q's and it will be popped, and then q's first element will be added here, it will be popped, its first element will be added here, popped, first element added, second element added here, popped. All right, hope you get that. It's pretty easy. And for how long do we do it? Again, for length n by 2. I mean, originally the length was 4 of this array. Then after popping these two elements, the length of this array remained 2. So now it won't be n by 2, actually it will be, like, if n is the original one, then it is n by 2. But if you want to store it in another variable, then you can just say it is the current length of this queue, which will be the half of the original length. Let's see the code. So we have taken a q1, we have taken a vector to store the answer, then int n equal to q dot size. Again, I have discussed in a previous video. I don't think maybe it's two or second or third day, but I discussed that why we take n equal to q's dot size here instead of here, because in q when we have to pop, then the size of q will change after each iteration. Hence it's necessary that we store it in a variable beforehand. So here the small n is q size, and for is size by 2, we just push the into q1, we just push q's front, then we pop q, and then a capital N to store the size now, which will be actually this one. Okay, so just we iterate it, we push into answer q1's front, then we push into answers q's front, then we pop q1, then we pop q. Pretty simple question. We return the answer and all the test cases are passed, as you can see. Right, all the test cases are passed. So that's it, guys. I'll try to get a more difficult question tomorrow, but today I did not have much time. Hence, I just solved this one question. See you on day 13. Thanks for watching.